What's up, YouTube? How y'all doing? As like you see from the title, man, I got 10 biggest lies about the Philippines. You know what I'm saying? One day I really want to go to the Philippines. I feel like the Philippines is a beautiful country. You know what I'm saying? And I really want to go ahead and visit. I got friends already went there and visited and told me. They even told me this themselves, like, yo, you should really go there. You know what I'm saying? It's a beautiful country. But yeah, I ain't finna talk too much. If you need to jump to like, subscribe, and share, 50,000 will come and just know around. So please subscribe. Follow me on my Instagram and do official 2000 if you haven't. The link to my Instagram is down below in the description, so go check that out. Keep requesting down below to the comment section which other videos you want me to check out. You know what I'm saying? And I'm gonna do that. You know what I'm saying? But hey, I'm finna talk too much. Let me record my screen in 3, 2, 1. Let's get straight into the video.
The Philippines is a country that we love to talk about here on FTD Facts. So much can be said about the beauty of the country as well as the beauty of the people. Yet even still, there are many stereotypes, misconceptions, and straight up lies that have been put on as labels on the country and its people. Welcome back to FTD Facts. My name is Leroy Kenton, and for this episode, I'm going to be looking at...
I ain't gonna cap. I already seen this guy before, and he's doing his thing. Yeah, honestly, he's really doing his thing, giving out like important information. You feel me?
10 of the biggest lies, stereotypes, and misconceptions about the Philippines. Okay, so let's get into this list. At number 10, Filipino women are submissive and quiet. Like every other country though, women come in a variety of attitudes. Some a little bit more attitude prone than others. But either way, Filipinas are just a conservative type of woman. According to sources, Filipino women, they find it uncomfortable to mingle or even interact with male foreigners and even their own men. They also have a reputation of being quiet and shy, but this is normally because that they feel that they don't have the adequate skill of speaking English to the foreigners. So instead of speaking nonsense, they remain silent. The next lie is that the Philippines is one land mass. This is
I don't think that's true.
That I've been guilty of thinking myself. But there's actually over 7,000 islands that make up the Philippines, and around 2,000 of them are inhabited.
Look at that. This is really in the Philippines? This is beautiful. This is really in the Philippines? That's crazy.
And this is known as an archipelago, which is a collection of islands or sometimes a sea containing a small number of scattered islands. Now, the Philippines has a total land area of 300,000 square kilometers, which works out to be 115,831 square miles. This makes it the world's largest island country. The Philippine archipelago is divided into 3 island groups: Luzon, Visayas, as well as Mindanao. The lie number 8 is Filipinos don't speak English. So when tourists visit the country of the Philippines, they're usually surprised at the fact that Filipinos, they actually learn...
I know a lot of Filipinos that speak English. Come on now.
English as their first language. Most Filipinos also learn it alongside Tagalog growing up. Although some Filipinos will have a distinct accent while speaking English, English-speaking tourists will have little or no trouble at all communicating with them. And this actually leads us to our next lie. And this lie is that Filipinos only speak Tagalog. This lie and misconception is similar to the idea that Chinese people speak Chinese, when in fact they speak a wide variety of languages like Mandarin, Cantonese, etc. In the Philippines though, Tagalog is one of many dialects spoken in the country. Back in the year 1937, the government adopted Tagalog, elevating its status as the national language of the Philippines, also calling it Filipino. And it has since become mixed with other existing Philippine dialects, as well as foreign languages like English and Spanish. Now, when it comes to native languages and dialects, there are more than 200 in the entire country. Number 6, all Filipinos share the exact same culture. So being an archipelago, like I mentioned earlier, historically there was no actual Philippines to refer to. The different groups of islands being separated by large bodies of water, they contain their own distinct culture and language and traditions. Because of this, they were very distinct from each other. So then the movement for a united Philippines didn't come until the arrival of the Spanish, which was much later on though. Alright guys, so we reach halfway in this episode. We have 5 more lies to look at. And for more information about Philippines, I definitely want you to check out our video where we did 10 surprising facts about the Philippines. It is a mind-blowing episode. It's such a beautiful country, so much to learn about it.
It really
I'll
is a
link to it
beautiful
below
country.
in the video description section, so you can check it out after this. Alright, continuing with the lies. In at lie number 5, we have Filipinos are nannies and call center agents. That's all they're good for. Okay, so Filipinos may just be very good at delivering these types of services, and because of that, there's a high demand for their skills in other countries. However, not everyone shares the same dream job interest. There's actually millions and millions of Filipinos living and working overseas with completely different professions, like doctors and nurses and singers. Yeah,
Yep.
Filipinos sing really good. That's
Really
another
good.
stereotype, but I think there's like some facts to that. You'll find Filipino entrepreneurs, IT specialists, engineers, and the list goes on and on and on and on and on. So no. They're not just nannies, and they don't just work in call centers overseas. So lie number 4 is...
It's crazy that people actually think Filipinos and Filipinas are just like nannies, babysitters. Like, you know, there's Filipinos that play soccer. Like, you know what I mean? Like, I don't know who would create these lies. This is
Manila
crazy.
is the main business district, and this is something that I thought as well. I'm not gonna lie.
Look at this city,
Contrary to
bro.
what many
That's
foreigners
crazy.
think, most of the embassies and big firms, banks, and insurance companies, they're actually located in Makati and Taguig City. Makati and Taguig are located within the Greater Manila area. Now, Manila is the capital city of the Philippines, and it is one of the most populated cities, but it is not necessarily where all the main action happens. Number 3, have you heard this one before? Dog meat is regularly eaten and served. Okay, alright, so no, they don't sell dog meat in Filipino supermarkets and grocery stores. Eating dogs in Philippines it's a very taboo topic, and there actually are a few small groups, mostly of them are in the northern region of the country, in the mountain province, where indigenous people as well as their ancestors have had a history of eating dog meat, but you're not gonna be finding it at restaurants or in grocery stores just like that. No, that doesn't exist. Number 2, Filipinos date foreigners for money and papers. Alright guys, so these ideas are largely perpetuated because of shows like 90 Day Fiancé, let's be honest, okay? But not all Filipinos dream of becoming an American or British citizen or whatever. Some just love to travel and meet new people along the way. Just because Filipinos date and marry foreigners also doesn't mean that they're just looking for visa applications, making that whole process easier and everything. Filipinos, they can afford to fund their own travels themselves, get their visas, and do their jobs in foreign countries, so they don't necessarily need a foreign partner to do so. Marrying a Filipino actually does not mean that the foreigner has to support the Filipino's family either. You know, there's a lot of times where people move overseas and it's like, okay, well, you gotta send money back to my family. Not saying there's anything wrong with that, but it's unfair to label Filipinos with that stereotype.
Yeah,
and
it really
yes,
is
so it is a
unfair.
sad reality that because they date foreigners, it's assumed that they're just gold diggers. But if you actually think about it, just because someone dates somebody from a foreign country doesn't mean that that person is rich either. So yeah, something to think about there. And now moving on to our biggest lie in this episode, Philippines. It's a very dangerous country. Now, we've all seen the news reports, many foreigners, they...
Okay, this is a topic that everybody thinks. Don't believe everything you see on the internet. You feel me? Don't believe everything you see on the internet. It's always like this, like, you know, even in my country, personally in my country, I'm originally from Congo in Africa. You know what I'm saying? And the internet is making it seem like my country is very dangerous. There's a lot of wars. I feel like there's wars everywhere. You know, I feel like everywhere can be dangerous. Even here where I'm at, like where I'm in Canada. I'm located in Canada. And you know what I'm saying? Even here sometimes it can get dangerous. You feel me? So it's like, don't just, people shouldn't just put themselves, I don't know, people shouldn't just trust the internet. Don't believe everything you see on the internet, because that's fake news. You know, people can post a lot of fake news on the internet, and you're just gonna stick there and just believe it because it's on the internet. You think it's real because it's on the internet. It might be fake news, just like this one. The Philippines is a dangerous place. I'm 100% sure that's fake news. You know what I'm saying? As you can see, Philippines is a beautiful country. You know what I'm saying? There's a lot of beautiful things going on all around the Philippines. So it's like, yes, it can get dangerous. It doesn't mean it's gonna be dangerous forever. You know what I'm saying? Like, come on.
Hear about Philippines' war on drugs, among other struggles that they have in the country.
There's drugs everywhere. There's drugs everywhere.
The Philippines is a place of criminals and kidnappers everywhere. Now, there are, of course, several unfortunate issues in the country, but overall, away from the hotspots of criminal activity, there are many beautiful places and safe places that you'll see in the Philippines. Not just the resorts designed for tourists, but many local places as well. Completely safe. Alright guys, so this concludes this episode. This was a look at 10 of the biggest lies about the Philippines.
This is crazy. This opened a lot of eyes. There's a lot of lies going on around the world. That's crazy. And this video, he explained a lot. You know, he really did explain a lot. But don't believe everything you saw on the internet. But if you need to try to such, let's go share. Comment down below which other reaction you want me to react to. I love you guys. 50K, we on the way, man. We ain't gonna stop. We're gonna keep going. I love you guys, and I'll see you in the next one.